And welcome everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and I'm the host and the president of Lovin and Livin in Vegas magazine. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the show today. Kind of weird that I get to start the show off without hearing any music. I can't hear the music. You can hear the music. I can't hear the music, but we're on. We're live. We're local, which is great. and I'm eating. I know I'm still eating right now, so I'm going to put this away right now. I've got a little bit of yogurt before I start the day. I want to thank you all for being a part of the show today. It is the couple of days before Thanksgiving, and we've got some cool things lined up today. We really do, especially if you're traveling into Vegas. We're gonna have a story that's gonna talk a little bit about Vegas that that may show some things that I don't agree with, but it's a story that we have to talk about anyways. We're gonna talk a little bit about some celebrations downtown Summer, and we're also going to be talking. What else? We're gonna talk about something that's kind of concerning me a little bit, and it's a story about something that's been happening down on the Strip that we just wish would not happen. So it is what it is. So for those of you, this might be the first time you're checking us out. I want to thank you for being a part of the show, and give you a little background on us. We are Lovin and Livin in Vegas magazine, and the show, the magazine, everything really revolves around Las Vegas. It really does. We've actually just started and expanded actually our Facebook page. So we've got a Facebook group page that's been expanded a little bit, and we also have business page, a website, all that stuff. All we talk about is Vegas. That's all we talk about. All the cool stuff, the lifestyle, sports, entertainment, food, because there's a lot of food, and of course you can see I eat quite a bit of food. We'll talk about recreation. If it has anything to do with Vegas, and generally it's off the Strip stuff that we talk about, we talk about that. So we encourage you to check us out. Check out our website. You can go to our website. It's actually at lovinlivininvegas.com. That's lovinandlivininvegas.com. Our magazine actually is going to be coming out in January, so you can always check out our magazine. The magazine... missing everything here. The magazine's called Lovin and Livin in Vegas magazine. So that'll be out in January of 2022. And if you would like to get a free digital copy of the magazine, we encourage you to send me an email. Just send me an email at info@lovinandlivininvegas.com, and you can get that. That's info@lovinlivininvegas.com. But before all that, we have a contest that's going on. And the contest is going to be, I shouldn't say contest. It's actually an event that we're going to be doing January 15th of 2022. It's called the first annual Las Vegas Whiskey and Whiskers Festival. The first annual Las Vegas Whiskey and Whiskers Festival. And that is going to be, we really have not nailed down the spot for. I mean, I've got a couple of locations that have said yes, they'd love for us to have it there. But we've not, we just haven't nailed that down yet. So we want to encourage you, if you are a guy, you're growing your mustache, your beard out right now, what we encourage you to do is to not shave that beard off. Okay, you can see I'm growing mine. I do this all the time, but it's getting thicker and thicker. I know some of you can see it, but it's getting thicker and thicker all of the time. Encourage you, do not shave off your mustache or beard right now in the month of November or Movember. Grow it out. Grow it out completely, kind of like the guy that's right here next to me. And grow it out, because we're having a contest at the Las Vegas, the first annual Las Vegas Whiskey and Whiskers Festival. And you could win money. You could win notoriety, success. You could be the next Las Vegas idol. I just made that up. Okay, but you could do that. It's going to be very cool. I'm looking really forward to this event. So don't shave it. It'll be the first time we actually have a whiskey tasting, and a whiskers festival all at the same time. I think it's going to be pretty obvious, pretty awesome. So don't shave, and come out to the event. It's going to be January 15th, 2022. You can check it out. It should be exciting, fun stuff. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about our first story today. Many of you know that Kenny Lee, who was the CEO of Lee's Liquor Store, just passed away Friday. He was in a horrific car wreck on Friday, and when that happened, literally just devastated this valley. I mean, just devastated, because Kenny and his dad who started Lee's Discount Liquor, have been a part of the Vegas scene for so many years. And I've met both of them. They were great folks. And so when his dad died literally less than 3 months ago, everybody was devastated then. But then then Kenny dies just Friday of last week. And the city says, "Oh my gosh, you can't believe me. These guys were philanthropic. They gave money for millions of dollars. These guys gave out." So the community wants to give back, and that's the way we do in Vegas. We are just a very community-minded place, and so they said a red balloon vigil will be held on Friday, November 26th, to honor and remember Lee's Discount Liquor CEO Kenny Lee. The vigil will be held at the Lee's, located at the corner of Azure Drive and Tenaya Way. That's their newest one. They just opened up at 9:30 a.m. So that's Friday. That's just in a couple of days. You can go out there. It's a red balloon vigil that will be held out there at 9:30 in the morning. The public is invited to attend, tell their favorite stories about Lee, and write on one of the more than 500 red balloons that will be released at 10:25 a.m. That's really nice, isn't it? Kenny was only 53, folks. He was just a young cat. Just a young cat who just did some great things for the valley, and we really just kind of, we all miss him. We all did. Everybody's gonna miss him. His legacy, of course, will go on because he's been a part of Las Vegas for so long. Lee's Discount Liquor, 23 locations, and so we just want to say thank you, Kenny, for all you've done, and the Lee family. They will continue to go on. So, in another story, folks, Resorts World, to begin charging daily rate for valet parking on the 24th. Boy, they didn't wait at all, did they? I mean, my gosh, that's wow. Resorts World Las Vegas announced that hotel guests will have to pay for valet parking starting. Now, if you've not paid for valet parking, I mean, generally most people pay for it anyways. I mean, you give those guys, quite a bit of money anyways. Oh, it's actually very good. I just roasted yesterday. So some of you may not know this. I was a coffee roaster a few years ago. I mean, it wasn't very long ago at all that I was a coffee roaster. And so I still roast my own coffee. So I still roast my own coffee. And I just can't drink anybody else's coffee. I'm just that way. I'm that guy. I can't drink anybody else's coffee. So I still roast my own coffee. I roast probably every other week, and I roast a pretty significant amount of coffee. And then, I've tried to go to the store and buy other people's coffee. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself. My wife will bring me these coupons for everybody else's coffee. Anyways, so let's get back to the Resorts World story. Resorts World said it will begin charging a daily rate at the Las Vegas Hilton, Conrad Las Vegas, and South Porte Cochair locations on property. Guests who utilize hotel valet will be charged a daily rate of, guess how much? $21. $21 a vehicle per 24-hour period. Those who valet the vehicles will be able to pay by credit card room charge. Okay. All right. Well, that's really not that bad. Okay. So to get your car as opposed to going driving down and going getting it, it's really not a bad deal. Too bad. But we want to thank the folks at Resorts World for going ahead and doing their thing and charging people a room charge. Okay. So many of you heard about the turtle issue that's on the strip. Yeah. Many of you probably already heard about the turtle issue that's on in the downtown, the strip and the downtown area. Okay. So what's going on is people are selling turtles. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with you selling a turtle. Okay. If you've got a turtle you want to sell, that's really a big picture right here. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. If you've got a turtle you want to sell, doggone it, this is America, you sell that turtle. Okay? But the problem is these turtles they're not supposed to. So this story is this happened yesterday. Metro updated the public on the status of several baby turtles after being rescued by officers. They rescued turtles. You had to rescue those turtles by officers on the strip as well as downtown area. Captain Dory Corin with Metro released the video on Twitter, and we should link that. I think we'll probably put that on our website. That showed people illegally selling red-eared sliders on the Las Vegas Boulevard. Okay, red-eared sliders. Adding a caption, well, this is a first, even for Vegas. 80 turtles are now in the care of the Animal Foundation and are ready for adoption. So now they're going to just sell them. Vegas, baby. That's what they do. So what these guys do, they've got this little stand up there, and they're selling these turtles. They shouldn't be, guys. There's certain things in Vegas that you can do, certain things you can't do, and one of them is you can't go around just selling turtles. Here, I'm going to put a question up. So if you're on our Facebook page and our group page, we're more interactive on our group page than we are on our business page. I'm going to put up a story. I'm going to put up a question about the turtles, and how many of you have bought one of the turtles from downtown? Okay, how many of you? Yeah, I mean, that's a legit question, isn't it? Of course it's a legit question. How many of you actually bought one of the turtles from downtown? Okay, there's a little delay. There's a slight delay, so I'll wait for you to answer that question. But that's one of the questions of the day: is how many of you actually bought, a turtle from downtown? Because you'll save some adoption fees, I guess. But that's pretty much it. Before we move any further, so coming up January, we are going to be launching Lovin and Livin in Vegas magazine. Really exciting stuff. So much to do. So much to do before launching a magazine. We've got advertisers and graphics and all kinds of stuff. It's a digital one too. A lot of links, that kind of stuff that have to go into making a magazine. But it's a labor of love. So we're very excited about the magazine that's going to be coming out. It'll be coming out in January of 2022. And we encourage you folks to get a digital copy of this. If you want to get a digital copy of the magazine, all you got to do is send me an email. Send me an email at info. Oh, there we go. That's good. Info at Lovin. I'm glad I'm Jamaican brown, right? Info at lovinandlivininvegas.com. That's info at lovinandlivininvegas.com. You can see a little better, right? Info at lovinandlivininvegas.com. That's info at lovinandlivininvegas.com. We'll send you a free digital copy of the magazine. It's going to be coming out. You'll want to get it. It's going to have some great stories. Talking to some of my really good friends who've said, yes, we love living in Vegas also. We want to tell everybody about our businesses. We want to tell about all the things we've done, how we got here. There's a story that you're going to be seeing. And are we going to do... We did a story about him yesterday. His name is... I'm not... I won't tell you what his name is. I'm not even going to tell you the story. But if you read the magazine, you're going to read about a guy who's been a part of Las Vegas and a team that is here in Las Vegas that's been a part of the Vegas Valley for doggone near 20 years. Yeah, I know. 20 years, and he has been a part of it for the majority of that time. I think almost all of that time he's been there. So you can get it, and you can get that. And really, it's very easy. All you have to do is send me an email, and just send an email to info@lovinandlivinvegas.com. It's info@lovinandlivinvegas.com, and we will get you a digital copy of that magazine when it comes out. Okay, cool. So there was a story about Thanksgiving, and so this is an interesting thing about it is I'm losing my way here, folks. It's funny, I've got a MacBook in my right hand, a PC in my left hand, between the two of them, and they work differently. So they work differently, and so you've got so my mind is working. It's kind of weird. So at McCarran Airport, over at McCarran, they are, so a lot of people are flying in and out of McCarran, and there are things, and we've got family members that are flying in and out and everything else too. So if you would like, these are some tips that you want to actually check out when you're coming in and out of McCarran, because if not, it's just going to be a cluster. You're just going to be screwed up, and there's nothing worse than coming to the happiest place in the world and having a screwy time. I mean, it really is. You just don't want to do it. So AAA forecast that they're expecting more than 53 million people to travel this year between the November 24th and the 28th alone. Okay? That's a lot of people. I mean, that's a lot of people laying down. And a lot of them now, what they're doing is they're actually going by car, which is very unusual because, gas prices have gone up so high, but a lot of people are driving by car, and, according to AAA, the heaviest and most expensive travel days will be Tuesday, okay, Wednesday, prior to Thanksgiving, okay. So unfortunately, if you're traveling right now, which you probably are, it's going to be very busy, and so we just want to. But here are some things you want to do before you fly, okay? Before you fly, because there's a lot of people driving. Matter of fact, there was an article that we were reading yesterday about how they're going to try to lighten the load down at the southern end of Las Vegas, because there's so many people just come through that corridor down there. And they're going to try to widen that up, or hopefully work with California even further down the line to open up their part of the freeway a little bit more. Okay, so anyways, so before we get started, I'm going to ask you a question on Facebook. And you don't have to tell me when you're doing this, but this is a question about traveling. How many of you are traveling? Oh, should I even write this? Yeah. Okay, I'll write. Traveling this holiday season. Okay, you don't have to say when, okay, because we don't want anybody to know. Okay, because people are nuts. So, but it could happen. All right, so here are, and really we want to know, how many of you are actually traveling. And like I said, if you're on our Facebook page, and you'll get this a lot more than on our business page or even on YouTube, because we upload this on YouTube too. So here are some things you need to know before you fly going out of McCarran Airport. Okay, 1, arrive at the airport early, so you'll have plenty of time to get through TSA. Okay, getting through TSA. It's suggested you arrive 2 hours early for domestic flights, 3 hours for international flights. Number 2, if you need a wheelchair, make prior arrangements and expect a wait. Okay, a lot of people are saying, "Oh yeah, my leg." Okay. Number 3, please check with TSA for the latest travel guides and what is allowed in carry-on. Now that's kind of irritating too, because a lot of people come in and they go, "I have a giraffe. I've got an Eskimo. I've got a polar bear. Can I carry that on?" And people go, "No, you can't carry that." Really? No. I got this gun. Can I take my gun with me? It's loaded. No, some things you... Okay. Have a parking plan. Okay, this is important. Have a parking plan. Parking at Terminal 1 is in high demand, and the long-term garage may reach capacity and close. Long-term parking is also offered at Terminal 3 and Terminal 1 economy lot. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do, but one is basically think about it. Remember, parking fines and those fees are enforced. You can't get away with it like we used to do in the old days. Did I say that out loud? Yes, I did. You're not going to get away with that, folks. They got people that's their job. Their job is to drive around and look for people like, not like you or me, but other people who do that, try to take advantage of that. I'm gonna rush along here a little bit, folks, because there was a story that we were gonna do. So there's some giveaways that are going on, and Zappos is actually giving away turkeys. Salvation Army is giving away turkeys. So if you don't have a turkey, okay, and they've gone up, guys, they've gone up. So those big birds, they've gone up. We are very lucky because we get a turkey pretty much every year, which is cool. But they've gone up in price. Zappos is giving away turkeys. Thank you very much, folks over at Zappos. And that kind of reminds me of Tony Shea. Tony Shea passed away just a couple of months ago. And just all the young studs are going. There is a story about Miracle Flights, and they're launching their Lights for Flights at downtown Summerlin. So Miracle Flights, there we go. Miracle Flights, which what they do is they fly people around who need surgeries. And so they make sure that people get to where they're going to go. So we want to thank those folks for doing the work they do, the yeoman's work they do. They're based in Las Vegas, and they've been here for 36 years. Thank you. That's why we love living in Vegas, folks. I mean, really do. I am very lucky. I'm so blessed because I get to do stories about Las Vegas. Not just about, hey, who won a slot machine, who won a jackpot or something like that, but of all of the cool things that actually happen here in Vegas that nobody knows about, nobody talks about, or they should. So Miracle Flights, and once again, has been a part of Las Vegas for 36 years. They're based out of Las Vegas, and that is pretty doggone cool if you ask me. Don't you think? I think so. This holiday season, Miracle Flights has announced the launch of Lights for Flights at downtown Summerlin. The interactive holiday family photo opportunity includes 6 oversized illuminated words: love, joy, hope, peace, soar, and miracle, that infuse the mission of Miracle Flights, light up and provide an opportunity for our community to come together. The lighted sign, placed at high traffic locations throughout the downtown Summerlin area, will be illuminated November 19th through the 31st of December, which is cool. Each light provides the perfect holiday backdrop for your holiday moments. So what would be cool is you go down to downtown Summerlin, take pictures. So I'm going to talk the lovely Mrs. Ray into going down to downtown Summerlin and take pictures. Wouldn't that be cool? And that stuff you can send to your family and friends and say, hey, look, guess what, guys? Miracle Flights actually does this. They're based out of Las Vegas, and they're just the coolest thing. They're the best thing that's ever happened. So go down to downtown Summerlin and check out Miracle Flights, the Lights for Flights. Very cool. All right, so here's another story. I am not as excited about the story. Now, and I don't agree with it at all, but it is a story that they brought. They said a new study ranks Nevada, okay, maybe it's Reno, as the 8th riskiest place to travel to for Thanksgiving. Really? No. 8th riskiest? Are you kidding me? That doesn't make sense. Who puts this stuff together? Oh gosh. So it says, a new study revealed Nevada is one of the riskiest states to travel to this Thanksgiving. Oh gosh. So they took in several factors, primarily where the state currently stands in the fight against COVID. Okay, so They believe because of our COVID level that we are the eighth riskiest place. Okay. Um, and I think this is a bogus study. I think because you can get COVID any place on this planet can you get it. I don't believe there's such a thing as the riskiest unless you're smooching on somebody's lips. Okay, your chances of getting COVID are just like anybody else's, folks. It is if you. So I'm vaxxed. Okay, for those of you, I'll share that. I am vaxxed. I'm fully vaccinated, and I still use all the precautions that you normally would because I think it's sensible. Okay, and it's up to you whether you want to or not to. I'm not here to push anything on you. But if you go to a location where you're hugged up with a bunch of people and you're not taking kind of precautions, washing your hands, all the stuff that you normally do, and I'm turning into a germaphobe, the likelihood of you getting something is probably pretty high. So, and that could be any place, especially in places like other places. Okay, we'll just say other places. Okay, it just so happens that in Vegas, that we actually have casinos, we've got gathering places, we have places where people have fun. Okay, people have fun here. All right, so we I don't like that story at all. Okay, so do you want to donate stuff, folks? Okay, this is our last story. We gotta go. Here's where you can donate to Nevadans in need this holiday season. Okay, we want to highlight a couple of these places. So Bring It Back Clothing Stores Canned Food Drive. Okay, now through November 24th, drop-off locations at 1512 South Main Street, number 1122, from 11 to 7. So you still actually have time to do that. That's the Bring It Back is collecting canned food donations for the Las Vegas Rescue Mission. And I really encourage you folks, especially if you have a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of you, if you're like around my household where I have a lot of people who buy a lot of clothing who don't wear it. Just saying. And I'm not bitter. Go to the rescue mission and give. Okay, there's a lot of cold people. We got a lot of homeless people here in Las Vegas, and I think that is a spirit of giving here in the city of Las Vegas. PT's Tavern, the 23rd annual toy drive is going on now through December 3rd. So you can give bikes, toys, monetary donations can be dropped off at all PT's taverns through the duration of the toy drive. And items collected will support 98.5's KLUC's Chet Buchanan Show Toy Drive. That's a lot, okay? Which helps help of Southern Nevada, Home Aid, and we're going to post all this stuff on our website and on our Facebook page, so you can check that out. Home Aid Southern Nevada Care Complex Winter Pop-Up now through December 3rd. So you can check that out, and we'll leave links to all of this stuff here on our Facebook page. As we said, the Las Vegas Rescue Mission is going to be having their thing. Thanksgiving Meal Drive, and they have donations for that, which will be really cool. We used to do that a lot. The Blanket Collection Drive, and we will put, and there's dozens of other places that we will actually put links to. So donate, folks, this holiday season to help people who are in need, because we all need something, don't we? Okay. Anyways, this has been Sherman Ray for Lovin and Livin in Vegas, the podcast, and we want to thank you all for being a part of the show today. So what we encourage you to do, folks, is meet us again tomorrow. We'll actually be here tomorrow. We will be. We probably won't do a show on Thanksgiving Day itself, but we will actually do it tomorrow. But we want to thank you for being a part of the show, and we will see you again tomorrow for another just rousing show for Lovin and Livin in Vegas. So we'll see you again tomorrow. Check it out. Bye-bye.